Makes you think that I'm an answer if you ain't mine. Even if you call me
We found out that apparently in a new comic book, Marvel planned on killing off Mrs. Marvel. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all are commenting and leaving a comment, letting me know where you're watching from and what would you like to see implemented in the channel, on the channel, or what improvements you would like to see. But Mrs. Marvel is being killed off by Marvel. And the wokesters are not happy. And of course, we got our friends over at the Mary Sue. That's a fake laugh, by the way. This person says, killing off Mrs. Marvel is already bad, but not even having her friends or teammates be there to mourn is just salt in the wound. Let me see. Hold on.
Oh my gosh!
It has a. I think the Miss Marvel show is severely overrated.
Oh, you're out of your mind.
No.
Oh my gosh!
It has a great first episode. As the show progresses, episodes 4, 5.
Isn't this the same guy
There wasn't a.
who gets excited about everything Marvel and he's calling Mrs. Marvel overrated? That's how you know the show wasn't good. First of all, I wanted to like that show. I really did, but it was garbage. You can't even tell me who the villain was. Let me see. Marvel is killing off Mrs. Marvel a month away from EID and her big screen debut. That's less than half a year away. What are the editorials doing? Well, they're trying to drum up conversation about Mrs. Marvel. That's what they're trying to do because Mrs. Marvel is an unpopular comic. And keep in mind, this was the least watched Marvel show on Disney Plus. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this up. Will it be permanent though? You know it's not. Let it be forever. Most of the real comic book fans love it. Most people love it. But they would have you believe that most people are upset. That's what the Mary Sue wants you to believe. They say Amazing Spider-Man number 26 coming out on May 31st, but a major plot development has already been announced online, and Mrs. Marvel fans are livid. Marvel has confirmed that Kamala will die in the issue with a follow-up comic, Fallen Friend, The Death of Mrs. Marvel, coming out in July. I don't understand. Why would you announce this and not let people, figure this out on their own? Am I tripping here? I don't read comics, so y'all got to let me know. Reed says, so TikTok and Instagram and OnlyFans is doing a disservice to women. Of course they are. Was liberal hive mind video. Reed just the funniest dude. Rich Swag Lord with Rich the Swag Lord with more emojis. Shout out to you, bro. So yeah. First off, she's one of the newest and youngest characters in the Marvel Universe, a teenage superhero. Mrs. Marvel first appeared in August 2013, making the character then 10 years old. Secondly, she doesn't even die in her own series, but rather as a part of a Spider-Man storyline. That's because nobody reads the comics. Nobody reads Mrs. Marvel's comics. So you had to kill her in somebody else's comic because that's the only way it was going to ever impact anybody because nobody cares. That choice is an obvious case of fridging or killing off a female character to further a male character's emotional growth. That problem is compounded when you consider that Kamala is Marvel's first Muslim and South Asian American superhero to star in their own series. Finally, Kamala isn't even surrounded by her closest friends. We heard that complaint before. Being a Mrs. Marvel's Champions fan is the image, except we're never back. Okay. When Spider-Man editorial is so dumb, you run out of character space and need a screenshot. Whatever. Interviewer Iman, thoughts on the death of Mrs. Marvel in the newest run? Okay, don't really care. of course, Mrs. Marvel is not actually dead. They're gonna bring her back. Okay, she's gonna get brought back because they're gonna continue to try. They have to push this. They're gonna continue to try to make these characters worth something when in reality nobody cares. They keep rebooting her comic because nobody cares. All right, that's just the facts. Nobody cares about Mrs. Marvel. Nobody cares about Captain Marvel. Nobody cares about the only diversity, equity, and inclusion. The only diversity, equity, and inclusion character that has been popular is Miles Morales. And that's, well, I can't even tell you why that one's been so popular. I don't know why. I just know he's popular. Probably because Miles Morales pays more homage to Peter Parker and has his own identity. But other than that, Kamala Khan is like in the comics, she's just a Muslim Mr. Fantastic. So I don't know. Y'all let me know. Anyway.
Beat that thing down like you started attention, my baby. You had some plans with your man, just tell him to